Hey family, how are you? Don't mind him. He's not even here. So on Instagram, people always ask me for like relationship advice. We can't. Absolutely impossible. People ask me for advice on like Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. People are always asking me for like relationship advice, or they'll be asking me about my relationship. So I took the time to say I'll answer a few questions, only a very few, because this video will be 3 days long. So I'm just going to answer a few of the questions that was asked. I did a Q&A, like ask me something about your relationship or my relationship, and I'll give you advice. Before we start this video, I just want to give you a disclaimer. We friends, right? We've agreed to that. And I'm not the friend that's going to tell you what you want to hear, okay? I'm the friend that love you enough to tell you what you need to know. So if you decide to not be my friend after I've answered your question, I still love you, because it's all out of love. So the first question says, so me and my boyfriend been together for 7 years. We have 2 kids together. He does not cheat or anything that I know of, but he doesn't have his priorities all the way straight. Do you think that's enough to break up with someone? I've always dated people potential. Like, oh my God, he got the potential to be so great. I love him so much. 5 years later, like, so you still a bum? Is nothing gonna change? You're not gonna do nothing about it. And I will say, there, to answer your question, there is a make or break part. So it's kind of like, okay, my priorities together and everybody falls short, so I understand. So there's a cap. When are you gonna get your life? Is it gonna take 3 years, 4 years, 6 years? So I can let you know if I'm willing to wait that long, so I don't waste your time and you don't waste mine. You feel me? So to have a talk with them, let them know, like, I know your priorities are not in order right now. Do you think they're going to be in order? Because if not, sayonara. So the next question says, so I have a boo. He is everything I could ask for in a man. He opens doors, he cooks, he makes sure I'm good mentally, physically, take time with my son. Last week, my son's dad seen us together. He told me, you know he do coke. Oh, wait, hold on. Switched up quick. Wait a minute. Time out. Let me go back. Last week, my son dad seen us together. He told me, you know he do coke. I took it as him being a bitter baby daddy, but I still asked, of course. He told me no, but he did sell it. But he would never place me in any harm. So last night, after some good loving, I picked up his pants and found some with a $20 bill rolled up like a straw. Now, I'm looking at him different. Funny story, which is not so fucking funny. And if you watch this, you ain't shit. Let me tell you what happened to me when I was younger, dating this guy, right? It was my first at that, bitch. So you know how it is with your first. You head over heels. So, his family watched my stuff too. I had to take a sip for this. This was heartbreaking. Me and this guy, this was my first person I ever did anything with. We was together for a long time, on and off, right? So one day, mind you, this is like the love of my life, because this is my first. One day we in his house with his mom, and his mom and him went in the bathroom, and they was arguing, and she was like, shut the fuck up before I tell Jasmine everything. And he was like, yo, you wildin'. And I said, wait a minute, what? And she was like, yeah, that motherfucker do coke. I said, as in cola or as in the drug? And she was like, yeah, he always sniffing coke. That's what he do when he used the bathroom. I said, wait, is this true? And he just was staring at me, eyes big as day. Mind you, I didn't know. Eyes big as day. I said, oh my God. I sat in a corner for like an hour researching coke, its side effects, and researching like, am I getting high from this man penetrating me? Just like mad shit going through my head. And everything made sense, and I was so hurt. Everything. Like how he used to have sex with me and it would never end. Like, never. Like, nigga, it's been 8 hours. We still going. I just thought he was the man. And like how he would stay up for long periods of time, and then when he crashed. And how he always went like his nose was always running. I said, bitch, what am I supposed to do now? Because I love this man. I was like, yo, you dead. Like, is this something you can stop? Or is this like a habit? He's just like, I can't stop. So when was you going to tell me you was giving me coke penis? Like, how does that work? And honestly, I loved him and I wanted to stay so bad because I loved him so much. And I thought I could stay. But every day going forward, it just got tougher and tougher. Like, he'd be like, good morning. I'd be like, what do you want, coke? You want coke in your eggs? Or you want a coke? It's just like, okay, I'm never going to let him live this down. So we might as well let it go. Because if it was something I could deal with, if you can deal with it or help him with recovery, only if he's ready to recover, I would say go for it. But as far as me, someone who's been in that situation, I was torturing that man. Every 2 seconds, like, you want to stick the coke D in me? My pussy don't want to get high. Like, I couldn't stop it. So I just had to let go. And my advice to you is, if you can handle it, stay. If you can't, then it's time to go. Okay, the next question is, I am dating a married man and have been for a few years now, but he seemed distant lately. Should I take it as a sign and leave? Well, wow. And I'm not being judgy at all, because bitch, I done busted open and they probably had a couple girlfriends. I don't know. It's weird for me. He's been distant lately because I think he with his wife, right? As he should. The thing about situations, right? And this is a lesson, bitch. Listen, Kyesha taught me this. I'm giving y'all my tea. I'm supposed to be answering questions. I'm about to tell y'all all my business as usual. I was dating somebody prior to Kyesha. Gave up the goods? Okay. She knew. Gave up a lot of tea right there. If you got it, you got it. She knew my situation, right? She knew I was in an entanglement, but she stayed. So when she told me I hurt her, I carried on this burden of feeling bad because I felt like I hurt her. So here's the lesson that Kyesha taught me. When you get into something knowing, not blindsided, not nobody lied to you, you know what you're getting into, you can't cry about being hurt, sad, left alone, taken for granted later, because you willingly knew what you was getting into. Now, here's the thing about knowing. It's like, okay, yeah, I know you ain't shit, but I love him. I know you ain't shit, but he love me. It's like all them buts become irrelevant because you knew the circumstances. So because you knew this man was married and you still chose to have any type of affair with him, where did you think it was going? And if you thought for a second that it was gonna go anywhere, he was going to do it to you too. It's not about letting go, it's about healing. Because it had to be something within you, friend. Remember, we still friends at this point. It's something within you that felt you needed to settle for a married man. And that's something that you have to work on. So I don't think it's about letting go. I think you need to heal. So now let's self-evaluate. Why the fuck I wanted this nigga knowing he in love with somebody else? He going home to somebody else. He with somebody. Like, what about me? What about my confidence? What about my lack of self-love that made me want to accept? What about it? Work on that. The next question is, I feel as we are in a slow point in our relationship. Like, things just aren't spicy right now. How do I make things back fun sometimes, including our 17-month-old? I mean, if y'all wanted to know my business, just say that. So when me and Kyesha first met, I had 4 children. She had a baby. And our non-custodial parents was involved, so we had breaks and we was living. We was great. Sex life was lit. We was lit. Everything was good. Now, as time has progressed, life happens, things change, people change, and circumstances change. So as of lately, I felt like we always with the kids. We never get a break. We don't really have sex. It's not how it was in the beginning, and it's not her fault. It's not my fault. It's just the cards that was dealt to us. I'll take accountability because I can be a Debbie Downer sometimes, and it's just like, bro, we always got these kids now. Ain't nobody got time for no sex. Like, when we gonna have sex? When we try to have sex, we done fell asleep. It's too much. I'm over it. She taught me very recently, like a few days ago. She had a talk with me, and she's just like, you know what? I know things aren't the way they used to be, but if we don't make the best out of what we have, then we're gonna lose us. So it's kind of like, I get it. In the beginning, we had help, so the thrill was there. We got a break, and we got accustomed to this lifestyle of the kids not being there, us fucking all crazy. Sorry, excuse my language, y'all. You know this YouTube. And going out, dates, and all this stuff, and I get it. And so suddenly our circumstances change, and that was snatched away from us. But what are you going to do now? Are you going to be this Debbie Downer, or are you going to just go with the flow and make the best out of what we have? And I won't tell you that it's not hard, because it is. Because the reality of it is, when you got a baby, you doing stuff all day. By the time you get this baby to sleep, you be done fell asleep with the baby. By the time you wake up, routine start. When are we gonna have sex? Because at this point, I'm celibate. And it's just like, okay, how about finding intimacy in other ways? When the kids are playing with their blocks and their toys, you see me on the couch, let's put our phones down and take a break from working. No, we can't have sex, duh, but we could cuddle for a second. We could talk for a second. And although in your head that may not seem sufficient enough, being as though where we started from, make it enough for now. The kids will get older. I know it sucks, but the kids will get older, things will get better. And I feel like you just have to make sacrifices that you may not even want to make, but you just got to do it. And the next question says, hey sis, what should I do in my situation that, don't give me big words like that again, intuitively, like your intuition, bitch, I had to sound it out, that intuitively I know my boyfriend is cheating, but I have no solid proof. And every time you address something small, he has an excuse or manipulate the situation. I do love him, but I'm also just tired. It's frustrating. Help. Okay. So first things first, always speaking from experience, a woman's intuition is a wonderful thing. But don't let your intuition cause you to make conclusions. We're not dumb. We know some shit is happening. If you got to second guess it, it's probably happening. First of all, there's no such thing as small when it comes to cheating. But you giggle too hard at somebody else. You being funny? Because I'm the only person you should be kikiing with like that, okay? There's no such thing as small. So if you think that he's doing anything that gave you real probable cause, it got to be real, because sometimes our own insecurities will make us think something that ain't nothing. Just feel like communication goes a long way, and don't never let nobody tell you they don't owe you an explanation or you doing too much. Your job in this relationship is to make me feel just as secure as I make you feel. So whether I have any question, I don't give a damn where it stems from, even if I made it up, bitch. Sometimes I roll over and I'll be angry, like, I just had a dream that you was with, and Kyesha be like, babe, well, that could never happen because, yes, bitch, explain why it could never happen, because it just happened in my dream, therefore it happened. And it's like that. So if you suspect it and he can't give you an answer to make you feel secure in the relationship, then I guess it's happening. And adios, amigos. Don't ask me no more advice, y'all, because I keep telling y'all to leave every situation. And that's because I'm at a point in my life where I've been through enough. So if I sneeze and you don't say God bless you, you're not the one for me. You're lacking manners. I don't want that in my household. I gotta go. I've been through too much to tolerate anything else. I cannot. It is not in me. If you need to be tolerated, you've met the wrong one. Because I don't have nothing. I done tolerated things that people should have never thought about tolerating. And I've dealt with it. So if you think you're about to bring any type of uncomfortability to my life, see you when I see you. Cannot. Okay? Family, I love you. You're amazing. I had fun doing this. This was amazing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want us to do another one of these, and I probably post the questions on YouTube this time instead of Instagram, leave in the comment section down below and we'll do another one. Next time, make it more spicy. I want to know the real. Give me the stuff that you too embarrassed to talk about. Cause I clearly, if I'd have messed with cokeheads, I'd have been in a few situations. Just sis, feel free to talk to me. This is a judgment-free zone, honey. I love you. I adore you. And until next time, family.
We'll stick together. We'll love forever. There's no one better. My love is your forever, babe. We'll alright. My love for you now is deeper by the days. I pray to God that He won't never change your ways. My love for you